Hello everybody, hope you're having a great day. Here's Val with another video to keep your boredom at bay. So now that we're around halfway through the season, a lot has happened, but I wanted to take a look back at the trailers and talk about the scenes that we haven't seen yet. I'm going to be giving my own speculation, but I also want to start some discussion of what may happen. So let's get into it. The Sons of the Harpy are still attacking people. When I saw the Masters saying to Tyrion that they didn't fund the Sons of the Harpy, it sounded very believable to me. And looking at these clips made me believe it even more. And yes, I know that if the Masters did fund the Harpies, we can't really trust them to follow through with Tyrion's deal. You know, when he was asking them to stop the attacks in exchange for 7 more years of slavery. But it feels too easy. It feels like there's something else at play here. To me, seeing more attacks happening is proof that someone other than the Masters is funding them. The Red Priestess coming to see Tyrion and Varys. As a lot of you have noticed, she's wearing the same necklace that Melisandre wears, which could definitely mean that she's using glamoring powers as well. I've said in other videos that I keep expecting this priestess to change the way she looks, and that I think she will be using Shae in some way to influence Tyrion. Maybe by making herself look like Shae, or by making Tyrion see a hallucination of Shae. It's also interesting to see her telling Varys that he doesn't know as much as he thinks. What does she know that he doesn't? Could it be related to the Harpy? Or could it just be about Dany? Drogon flying over the Dothraki. I actually love that we haven't seen this happen yet, because it means that I may have gotten my prediction right. That scene where we see Drogon flying above everyone. I kind of got a feeling in the last trailer that that is going to happen after Dany has her Dothraki army with her. Judging by how calm the horses looked, I feel like they weren't freaking out enough when they saw the dragon. I do think Dany will go back to Meereen with her Dothraki army, but it would be cool to see this scene happening after they're coming back from Meereen when they're heading west. And Dany is actually riding Drogon here. But I took a closer look at this clip and it doesn't look like Dany is on top of Drogon. Bran's vision of the Night's King. By putting all the images and clips together that we've gotten so far, we can kinda see how this scene may play out. This place looks just like this other place, except there's different seasons going on. In the vision where it looks like summer, we can see that the Three-Eyed Raven is with Bran. But in the vision where winter has come, the Three-Eyed Raven is nowhere to be seen. Could Bran have come back here on his own after the Three-Eyed Raven showed him the place? Or could all of this be part of the same continuous vision, and all of a sudden summer turns into winter while Bran is there? One thing I know for sure though is that the Three-Eyed Raven is not helping Bran anymore. He's not there with him in the vision, and he's not able to pull him out either because it's Meera the one who's trying to wake him up. The Three-Eyed Raven hasn't shown any signs to want to leave Bran alone on purpose, so I think he may just be busy with another situation. That will probably be the cave getting attacked and being burnt down, like we've seen in these clips. There's a behind-the-scenes video that HBO uploaded where we can actually see Hodor, Meera, Bran, and actually Leaf running away. It looks like Leaf will go with them, or maybe she will just make sure that they're alright getting out of the cave, maybe showing them a hidden passage. The Hooded Man saving Meera. A Benjen reveal would be amazing here, but if that is Benjen, then what has he been doing this whole time? Maybe the reason that he never came back to Castle Black is because he's been turned into something that's not fully human anymore. Could David and Dan ignore that George R. R. Martin said that Cold Hands is not Benjen and still do it in the show anyway? Maybe a mix of the two characters together like they're doing with Yara and Victarion. I think it's very possible. Also, Bran could be on the ground next to her, but I don't see any sign of Hodor or Leaf. Kinda worries me a bit. Brienne and Pod in the Riverlands. Based on the clips from the episode 5 preview where Sansa is talking to Littlefinger, I'm going to say that Brienne going to the Riverlands was originally Littlefinger's idea. Now that he's met Sansa again and he needs to make it up to her for leaving her at the mercy of Ramsay, Littlefinger may have some useful information about the situation in the Riverlands, and he may be able to come up with a plan to please Sansa and get on her good side again. Maybe getting the support from the Tullys, or taking revenge on the Freys, or something of that sort. Whatever it is, I think Brienne will offer to go herself just to prove that she can be useful to Sansa. The Kingsmoot scene, where we know Yara will try to become ruler of the Iron Islands, but will be beaten by Euron, who will have to do something very impressive to earn everyone else's love. I would love to see Yara go to Essos out of her own will, just to earn the ruler title in some other way, but I still think it will be Euron who sends her there. Either way, with the books in mind, I can definitely see Yara planning to betray Euron and take all the glory and credit to herself, while enjoying herself. She's probably just trying to prove that she's as manly as any other man. Jaqen asks Arya in the preview, does death only come for the wicked and leave the decent behind? It sounds like Arya will have to kill someone decent. And this will be her second and last chance before she gets kicked out of the House of Black and White for continuous failures and disobedience. Looking at Jaqen's other line where he says, "One way or another, a face will be added to the whole." It sounds like Arya doesn't want to do this task. Jaqen could mean two things in this line. 1. If Arya doesn't kill this person, someone else will. Or 2. If Arya doesn't kill this person, she will have to kill someone else in their place. Having the option to kill someone else sounds like an easy way out, so I'm gonna put my money on number 1. When Jaqen talks about not giving Arya a third chance,
a girl has been given a second chance. There will not be a third.
I can't help but think about Doran saying the same thing to Ellaria, and how Ellaria rebelled against Doran. In my trailer breakdown video, I mentioned how I would love to see Arya choose to abandon the House of Black and White, because that would suit her rebellious aspect a lot more than following orders until the end of her days. I love the theory that she will be asked to kill someone she knows and likes, just because that would be such a perfect conflict in the story. And that would be the one thing that makes her leave the House of Black and White. The episode synopsis that we have been getting for episode 5, 6, and 7 also gave us some clues. In episode 5, Arya gets a chance to prove herself. This means she's given a new assignment to complete. In episode 6, Arya faces a difficult choice. This means she can't complete this new assignment. In episode 7, Arya makes a plan. I think this will be her plan to abandon the House of Black and White, which will probably be related to the Mummers troop that I've mentioned in past videos. We'll see. I still think Arya will never be able to become no one. And I also think she will kill the waif. Shout out to Game of Thrones Academy, you guys probably know them already, but for those of you who don't, they make awesome Game of Thrones videos. Their predictions are based on comparing Game of Thrones to real life history, which I think is really cool. I mean, I wish I had that much history knowledge, but since I don't, I'm glad these guys exist. And they're also really funny, so yeah, here's a link to their channel, or you can find it in my description. There's still lots more scenes to talk about, so if you haven't subscribed, you can go ahead and do that so you get a notification when part 2 is up. Leave a like if you like this video, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one! Big shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. You guys have a little piece of my heart. That's not too weird, is it? I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat.